Hey guys, welcome back to another match preview. Arsenal's upcoming game against Sevilla in the Champions League. And yeah, what can we say other than a match to finally get some momentum going? Of course, with the loss against Newcastle, we put Arsenal. I'll be honest. There was a lot of that Arsenal game against Newcastle. There was a lot of media talk, a lot of talk from everywhere about the Arsenal game. Of course, VAR, Mikel Arteta, the players, just so much talk. And I think the players, and I think the managers even know today this game is a big opportunity to just quiet down some of those talks. But yeah, let's just get into a look. Also in the Champions League, now we have 2 wins and a loss. So we are top of the group right now. I think Lens, I think they're second or something, and Sevilla, of course, are third. Now Sevilla, I'll be honest, when we did play Sevilla away, um, when we were this game, I think when we did play them in Sevilla, I think it was one of our better performances in the season. I think the likes of Jorginho, Declan Rice, of course, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, I think those players really did turn up. But ultimately, when we did concede the goal, I think it kind of overshadowed the game. I think at the end it became quite squeaky bum time is the best way to describe it. And we really did had to hang on. And I think what's so annoying about that game was the fact that Sevilla were really never in the game. I think we took control of the game. And it was by just a lack of concentration. They get in and they score a goal. And you saw how tough it got. So there's no guarantee that Sevilla just going to come to the Emirates and, of course, just bend down and let us score 3 goals past them. But saying that Arsenal should comfortably win this game. I mean, what more motivation do you need after having 2 losses in a row? This is your chance to, finally quiet some people, because a lot of talk is about happening about Arsenal. Are we the same team from last season? And deservedly, the way we're playing, you can't say we are the same team from last season. So it's a big test for some of the for Mikel Arteta, especially for some of our players, especially some of our second team players as well. I mean, I'm seeing the likes of Fabio Vieira get questioned. Kai Havertz will continue to get questioned. Some of our wingers, the likes of Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, are not playing too well recently, and I think it's really important that they start clicking, because sooner, if we continue at this way, we could end up being out of the title race by flipping January time. So yeah, look, it's a really important game for me against Sevilla. Of course, we want to win the. Of course, we want to go as far as we can in the Champions League, and the way to go far is by topping your group. Now, I do believe if we do top our group, we do find ourselves in a really good position to top the group if we do beat Sevilla. But of course, the Champions League is just so unpredictable, isn't it? You don't know what could happen. But I think what Mikel Arteta needs to do, he needs to change something. And for me, that change needs to come with Trossard. For me, I am done with this Trossard playing as a winger. This guy is a centre forward. It's simple as that. He's not good enough. As in, he's not fast enough. He's just not fast enough to be on the wing. And you can see he can't run in behind on players. So for me, Trossard has to play to the middle. And I think that's my thing with Arteta. The closest player to Jesus is Trossard, is Leandro Trossard. We saw it last season when Trossard came on and he came in, and you could see the front three rotating. And for some reason, Arteta moved away from that principle, and now we're just playing with Eddie Nketiah. Now, I'm not going to scapegoat Eddie Nketiah because he's not the reason why we lost against Newcastle, but he is a player that unfortunately, when there's a bit of a drop off in quality. Now, it's nothing against him. It's just he got different strengths to the likes of Trossard and Jesus. But I think when you look at Jesus, he's our most complete forward. So for me, our next complete forward is Leandro Trossard, who plays most similar to Gabriel Jesus. So for me, you have to bring Trossard into the team. The midfield is another big question. For me, you have to go with that same midfield we went against at Sevilla away. I think you bring Jorginho, Kai Havertz. I don't know if Kai Havertz actually played in the Champions League against Sevilla. But for me, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Jorginho. I think Kai Havertz did quite okay playing that right centre mid position against Newcastle, and I think he deserves to keep his spot. Of course, if Odegaard does come back fit, he deserves to start, but it doesn't look like Odegaard will play this game just because of his injury. If there was any hint that he was even going to feature against Sevilla, would be that he features at least on the bench, but he's clearly not fit enough. So for me, he's probably not going to play against Sevilla. But yeah, I think that's my midfield. Defense, I think I keep it the same as we did for Newcastle, and goalkeeper, go with David Villa. Yes, I know a lot of fans are really hating on David Villa. For me, I don't know. I think he did okay. I think he's done okay. We'll talk about David Ray and Ramsey in the future, but for me, just go with that lineup. And really, for me, my biggest change is bring Trossard back into the team. I think Trossard, one thing he offers that our players are not offering right now, he can shoot. He has a strike on him. Eddie and Ketia, sometimes he shoots, but Trossard, you can tell when this guy's about to shoot, he's about to go in. So for me, I think Trossard deserves to start. It's really unfair on Trossard for me as well. I feel like even when he plays well, just doesn't get rewarded. So for me, play Trossard. Are we going to see Trossard? For me, I don't think. I think Arteta still favours Eddie and Ketia. We'll probably see that same lineup against Newcastle that we will play. We'll play for Sevilla. But yeah, guys, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if new. Catch you guys.